Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
One more day full of blood in crypto. We are continuing to falling down. Bitcoin about 6,400 and all the most of the altcoins following. So continuing the same trend as before. Have some ideas about the altcoin performance and what will happen next. This is a Crypto Hamster channel. Let's go.
Turn up. Let's go.
A lot of data today, guys. We'll look at the altcoins mostly, but try to make it shorter, but maybe we'll not be able to. So basically, for the Bitcoin, all this trading here I would treat as just sort of collecting the stops maybe and discourage those who were in short position. So it was successful about that, and also even longs. Long position became smaller in the amount, right? So we return to the previous, like this sort of green. I drew a green rectangle here, so green area, and we probably will continue to trade in this area for a while. Maybe we'll go here again. Maybe we'll test this line over here. The idea is, again, I'm still waiting for the drop, but the thing is that the time scale becomes much tighter, so very tight. And now we'll look at the altcoins, and I will show you that a lot of them show some kind of preparation for the breakout, and it would either go down and then up, or up from now. However, don't forget that it will go up. I would expect the bounce off this trend line, and probably if the new low will not be tested now, probably it will be tested after the bounce of this trend line, following trend line. Okay, so what are the signs? Cardano. You remember I showed this double bottom formation here, and it basically played out perfectly thanks to Bitcoin. So we grew up nearly to 10 cents. Then Bitcoin felt, and we felt as well. And now it's sort of forming cup and handle, probably already like on the border, maybe too close to the time moment when it is not valid anymore, but still have a chance that it will play out. So if Bitcoin will not drop and will not ruin out this formation, then we'll go up, and probably quite strongly. But again, don't forget that if we'll go down with Bitcoin, then also we'll go down here. But it doesn't mean though that we'll not have a rise eventually, because still this is representing, if we believe actually that TA works in crypto to some extent, that it represents the positive sentiment among the market players, and they are ready to go upwards. Okay, next one. Well, this is actually a bit of exception comparing to other altcoins. Ethereum. Well, Ethereum, I'm not a very fan of Ethereum, but hopefully my estimation, again, sorry about that. My opinion is not biased, hopefully. So the thing is, it is pretty much, I would say, it doesn't look good. We have this jumping from one area to another area, and basically very low, right? And this is the main one, and this was sort of a false breakdown of this sort of quasi support. But the thing is, now we went down from this area again to this yellow part, and probably even if Bitcoin will go up, I don't expect Ethereum will follow sharply. I think that it's more likely that it will go down. A lot of the TA specialists, they say that we want to see Ethereum $100 or below the $100, at least 150 or something like that, in order to step into the position. And so I sort of agree. So as soon as the more people want to see something, the more likely this will happen. The only positive thing is the volume here. So you see huge volume, all this area for all this price action. And if it will go even lower, then it probably will continue. So it means that with huge accumulation of the Ethereum bots by probably huge players. So if we'll continue to do that, then the rise, eventual rise of that, if they will not go make it even lower, so to be in the loss, so probably the rise, eventual rise, will be really strong and high. So maybe Ethereum will actually make a second step after Bitcoin and will be outperforming even XRP and all the other altcoins, at least at the beginning. So the second, like similar to Cardano thing, let's switch to the maybe 1 day scale icon, ICX. We are traded very close to the bottom, to the global support line, and this is the price channel here, quite broad actually, but still we are at the closer to the bottom than to the top of that. And the thing is, again, the volume here is big, the accumulation is big. I don't think that icon will make one of the first steps or sharp change. I would more believe that we'll continue to trade it around this area for a while, maybe a couple of months more, and when the other bigger capitalization altcoins will finally reach their higher positions, the capital will flow from them to such players like icon, and this would be a very nice move. I don't think that we will stop at this level. I think we'll go much higher eventually. So again, this is sort of a point where we will decide whether we will go like small rise and like creeping, crawling around here, or we will make a drop, or we will actually test maybe this level and bounce off that sort of uncertain condition for icon, but still very close to the pivotal point. Next one, Nano. You see it was like fractals which didn't work properly, but still we're falling with Nano, and it's drawing this triangle eventually. So maybe we'll just actually very close to the end of this triangle, probably will go somewhere from that. And this is another sign, like very stressed condition for a lot of altcoins, including Nano. You see the volume is big here. So again, even if this will be a break upwards, probably the volume here is so huge that will go very at the very high level eventually. And I wouldn't say I would lie, Nano is one of my favorites. I think it would be in the first 10 or maybe first 5 coins in the next bull run, best performance, so we'll see. QTUM, very similar. Let's actually look at the QTUM to USD, very similar to other huge altcoins, and you may not know, but QTUM is very strong fundamentally project, so it didn't show huge change of the price here. So we are continuing to accumulate. Probably QTUM will stay there for a while. The more it will stay, the more likely I would consider it to buy, because again, it's not very high cap, even small fraction of the capitalization of the fund from the big players like Ethereum or XRP, when they will correct it after the reach of the all-time high, will probably be investing in QTUM, and it will make a huge rise eventually. So again, very close to the bottom, nice situation, but don't forget that everything which I say is my personal opinion and not a financial advice. Waltonchain is just the beauty. You see, we nearly broke this wedge, but we didn't. We're now like moving around the top resistance line of this wedge, and we are approaching this intersection and the support level, global support level, probably when we'll touch that. So it's middle of October. we will go again either low or high, but low if Bitcoin will go lower, maybe even actually we break it a bit before that. I would bet that for that, but eventually still almost like I'm 100% sure, almost 100% sure that eventually after the breakdown we'll breakdown of this support level, we will go upwards, and if we will continue following these fractals, then the next fractal will be even higher. Then Walton will make a huge change in price. What's one more altcoin, NEM. Again, maybe some newcomers in crypto don't know much about NEM, but it's actually one of the strongest in terms of development project. It has a very strong team which are struggling a lot with the current problems and basically don't have a huge amount of partnerships, for example, and a lot of support. So there's no way that NEM will die like some kind of shitcoin, in my opinion. Probably it will just trade around here again. It have a room to fall even to a lower low, like it was before. Let's see, let's move it. So like this level, you see it's the very low support, but it may go to this support level. But even if it would touch it, probably will jump off of that to the previous support. And if we would actually like follow even this movement, we'll have like 15 times gain from this level. So very nice, in my opinion, very nice trade and long-term position for holding. NEO, well, I love NEO, again, I wouldn't lie to you. So you remember previous time when what happened with NEO, we had sort of side price action at the lower level, then we moved to another one and decreased finally this channel, so moved another one, decreased with side trading for a while, and then the rally started. So we're now repeating maybe the same thing. Again, we can break downwards for a while and then we probably return to the next channel, or maybe like from this channel and then return for this channel, switch to this channel. And if we'll make another the second channel and then switch to the third channel after holding of this third channel, we may consider this as the sign for the following move. Actually, NEO, at least it was 2017, it didn't rise as fast as, well, not as fast, but the same time with Bitcoin, so it has a little bit lag, but then it was very strong comparing to the other altcoins and Bitcoin when everybody, all the coins were down. And so considering like the fact that you'll have also the free gas, it is very nice position, and NEO probably, in my opinion, will be competing with Ethereum in terms of the capitalization eventually. So we have very interesting trade here. Substratum, this will be the last. I have more, but still. So Substratum, again, as I mentioned before, it has one of the biggest ROI, probably like 30 or even more, at least even if we will touch the previous all-time high. If we wouldn't, then if we will go higher, then it will be even more. So what we're doing now is that there is a global support, and we broke it before and we broke it again before, so we're touched it a couple of times now. We may break it again if the Bitcoin price will go lower, and if we'll do that on the high volume, I would expect the V-shaped change. Or if we will not break it, we will continue to trade around this area. Substratum is not that high cap coin as well, so probably it will wait for its position to come after the bigger altcoins make their rise. So if, let's say, from XRP we'll have drop of 10%, and some portion of that will go to Substratum, it will make it surge like crazy. So let's wait, but probably after the first signs which will provide by bigger altcoins of the bull market comes, probably Substratum is good to enter the position, right? So I have a few more like Waltonchain and everything but I didn't have a chance to look at that yet, so maybe tomorrow we will check them as well, but just have a brief look at XRP. What I was going to mention about XRP is that sorry, it's annoying. If you remember, I was not suggesting, but I said that it's probably wise to short it around this area. Well, apparently it wasn't a good trade, so you need to have a stop orders, right? But from that point, yes, there should be a short, and the fact that it may actually drag the whole market upwards with the rise, but it didn't happen, so it doesn't show the strength comparing to all the other altcoins or the Bitcoin price. So basically, no, XRP cannot serve as the major mover or the most powerful part of the altcoin market, which can initiate the bull run. So again, it will depend on how Bitcoin will work, but probably it will rise eventually. Still, don't be panicking. It's normal behavior in crypto market. So that's it, guys, for today. Sorry for that, for the fact that it was a bit long, but I wanted to cover as much as I could. Tomorrow we'll have more ideas, and so far I would like to see new videos. Please subscribe, leave a like if you like the content, and have a nice trade, safe. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.